Very good morning, afternoon, or evening to anyone watching this video. I'm Rishabh Mitra of 11A South City International School, and this is my videotape for Vedantu's Got Talent. So, as we know, in 2020, due to the pandemic crisis, India's economy was in a bad shape. The GDP actually shrunk by 8%. There are 346.3 million people living in poverty currently in India, and the unemployment rate has increased by 7% to 7%. So the question then arises, what can we do to improve India's economy? While there are 76% people literate in India, in China, 97% people are literate. Can India be made an economic superpower? Can the 2030 of India have more exports than imports? Can India become a global competitor? Well, for that, I have come up with an idea. The idea here is very simple. And I don't know if it's going to make India a global competitor, but it's certainly going to help India's economy if it is implemented. In my opinion, India needs to collaborate with other countries such as the USA, the European Union, and Japan, make a pitch to them. Right now in India, there is a dearth of jobs, as we are seeing. In fact, India's unemployment rate has gone up by 2%, and India's unemployment rate was pretty stable before the pandemic. And there have been more and more people opting for the MGNREGA, that is the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, to get that 100-day employment program. So what we can do is we can create either land development projects or maybe building dams to make, especially in the rural areas, to prevent floods, or any other such project that involves construction work and manual labor. But the scale of that project is way beyond anything we've ever done. By collaborating with countries like America, the European Union, and Japan, we are actually able to increase our budget manifold, because we are going to be getting borrowings, or we can borrow from these countries by pitching a very complex or a very, very detailed idea about what to do. By doing this, we are providing full-time employment to people, because these projects are going to take years to do. And so we are reducing the unemployment rate and also increasing wage employment. But more importantly, we are also helping in infrastructural development. And that's really, really important. Especially if we carry these things out in rural areas, there can be something called internal migration, that is people moving from urban areas to rural areas. It's been implemented in China, and it has helped in maybe not reducing overpopulation, but at least reducing the concentration of the population in urban areas, and by distributing it more evenly. So that's another advantage it could have. Also, the banks should play an important role. As we've seen, say for instance, in Disneyland in Hong Kong, the banks play a very important role. They have a lot of the financial sector undertakings. So in the same way, the banks need to play an important role in these projects. The banks need to invest. The banks need to be key players, and the banks need to be given shares of the total profit so that they are incentivized to work harder. In this way, we are emerging the banks as a global economic player. And by doing that, we are increasing efficiency and productivity, and also improving the monetary supply of the banks and improving their role in, or increasing their role in, the Indian economy. So I do think that this is a scheme that, even though is very large scale, it could work. It improves wage employment, increases infrastructural development, if carried out in rural areas, might help in promoting internal migration, that is from urban areas to rural areas. It makes banks a key economic player in the global market and in the global landscape. And more importantly, in a time when India is in a crippled state, this could be that one project that could get India out, that could bail India out of all her problems, and that could truly make India a global economic superpower. Just like Disneyland in Hong Kong accounts for about 6% of the GDP, if this project can be implemented, that might be the same thing here. So This is my idea. Of course, I know there are many complications, and I know that it's easier said than done. But if we can implement it, maybe in 2030, India is the topmost country in the GDP growth rates and the bottommost country in unemployment rates and number of people living in poverty. Thank you so much for watching.